on Shabbat. This is on Shabbat. This is on Shabbat. And this is also on Shabbat. Shabbat. On Shabbat. You want that? Everybody can hear you. You're straight into the top. No, I know.
Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Can you close the door?
Yeah, she said a queen would probably fit, but it might be in the smallest room in the apartment. Because I think it's because I signed the lease on that. Oh,
A Toronto. That's right.
No, because you know what? I can get a futon. I could put the office chair in there. A futon. I could get a futon.
You go on up and just sit next to me.
That would be nice. But I'm also gonna put. I'm trying to put a chair in there too, and maybe a leather recliner. I'm not gonna put a leather recliner in the living room. It's not a big one though. It's small. But that would be nice. That would be nice.
Shabbat Shalom to everyone. We'd like to get started. First of all, we want to welcome everyone here. Can you close the door in the back, please? Can you get the door? Thank you. Thank you. Can everyone hear me in the back? Yeah. Good, good. So just one last word of instruction that when you're called up to do your part, you don't need to come up to here. You can just stand like right in front, okay? You don't need, I mean, if you want to come up, you can, but certainly there is probably better. So we're going to begin. First of all, I want to welcome everyone here. It's so great to see all the parents and relatives here for the concluding service of our school year. Our students have done so very, very well, and we're here to really honor them tonight. And also to thank the families for all of your support in bringing them here and dedicating yourselves to your children's Jewish education. The very famous phrase from the Shema, "V'shinantam levanecha," and you shall teach your children. All of you have graciously fulfilled that mitzvah that we will read about later on. But we're going to begin by honoring our wonderful faculty, Heidi and Maggie, to come forward and to commence our service with the blessing over the candles on page 120.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu b'hadlik ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Thank you.
It's for time.
going to continue with the Kiddush, the blessing over the wine. Please rise. Kiddush means to make holy, and we make this day holy by reciting the blessing over the wine and the blessing of the crowns. So you can all join in if you know this. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu mitzvotav v'atzavanu v'shamat harsho b'na'ahu ratzon v'chilonu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishi kilu yom tehilah b'mikrayei kodesh zecher l'tzilah mitzrayim kivanu v'avarta v'yotanu kidashta v'mo'amim v'shabbat v'shecha v'yavahu v'ratzon v'chatanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen. And let us join in the motzi, the blessing over the bread. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. You may be seated. We're going to continue now with the singing of Matovu we're going to continue on page 127 with the responsive reading by Rachel. These are the days. It's not to acquire, but to share.
Nature, as if it were a horn of plenty, that can never be.
On Shabbat, we stand in wonder before the mystery of creation.
When we actively can never see the light of
On Shabbat, we remember that justice is our duty and a better world our goal.
Showing for Shabbat, day of rest, day of Moses.
Amen. And we're going to continue now with the beautiful Matovu. Mayor, would you lead us in that? That's on page 630, also on page 192, but page 630. And we're going to continue now with what a beautiful day this is because it is Shabbat. We can also do this as a round, which we'll show you. It's on page 128. Okay, we're going to continue now with Lechado D on page 138 and 139. This is a Brazilian, South American song. It's one of my favorite tunes, so take it away.
Jump up, stand. As long as you sing along, that's what we want.
You
So.
can do a line dance.
You can line dance it. Welcome to Shabbat. Come,
continue with the Chatzi Kaddish on page 144, but this is a kind of jazzy version that was written by the late Debbie Friedman. When I was in rabbinical school, we were told to never sing this at a service because of the nature of the melody, but we broke with tradition, and now it's pretty stable, I think, in many, many temples. So times change, but we'll do it now. Page 144, the Chatzi Kaddish follows on. Let's see. Please rise, page 146. O'Connor?
The two of you together, maybe?
Right.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Vaed.
You may be seated. We're going to continue with Anna coming forward and leading us in the beautiful prayer As You Taught Torah, which is the prelude, which was one of the blessings that precede the Shema, which will immediately follow. Anna, page 151.
You taught Torah to those whose names I bear. Teach me Torah too. Its mystery begins, yet I struggle with its truth. You made Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Barak atah Adonai.
We're all going to rise, but we're going to have all of our students come forward, every one of them come forward. They're going to lead us in the Shema, and we're going to do it again with a Debbie Friedman melody. We'll repeat it a few times. It's a very beautiful one. You all may be seated. We're going to continue now with Let There Be Love and Understanding. Juliana, would you like to come forward and lead us in that beautiful prayer? Page 161 at the top of the page.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and serenity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Together. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, lakol amot Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. Thank you for that beautiful reading. We're going to continue now with the with Adonai and the Avot and the Kadosh. We're going to call once again on Connor to lead us in that. Page 100, beginning on page 164, please.
Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise.
166.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Eloheinu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagdol Hagibor Ha'norah, Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, Lekonei Yaakov, V'zocher Hasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mevidim Lav B'nei Bneihem, L'man Shemo B'yahava, Melech Ozer, Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah
168.
מחכה חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ברופא חולים, ומציל אסורים, ומחיי אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומדום מלך, מלך בני ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל.
Page 170.
קדוש בשמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום וחסרה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
You may be seated. Thank you, Colin. Thank you. We're going to continue now on page 178 of one of the concluding prayers to the Avot. I'm going to ask Ivory to come forward and lead us in this beautiful prayer. Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people, forever.
Grant abundant peace to Israel, your people, forever. For you are the sovereign God of all peace. May it be pleasing to you to bless your people Israel in every season and moment with your peace. Blessed are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace.
Together. Baruch atah Adonai, hamivarech et amo Yisrael b'shalom. And before we continue, let's just take a moment and to welcome the spirit of Shabbat, whether reading some of these beautiful prayers that are in the prayer book from page 164 to page 180, or just in your own silent meditations, you can just kind of close your eyes and just feel the wonder, the spirit of this beautiful evening. Yuyu l'ratzoni ma'efi v'hagyon l'bi lefanecha Adonai tzuri v'go'ali. May the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts be acceptable to you, Adonai, our rock and our redeemer. And now I'm going to call on Eli to sing with Molly the Oseh Shalom. And of course, we invite everyone to join in as well. Thank you, Eli. As it is with every service, we have a prayer for healing. It's called Misha Berach, and we can find that prayer on page 371. It's a prayer for healing, and we'll chant the first verse in the middle of the page, and then we'll read the names of those who are in need of spiritual, physical, or emotional healing. We'll pause for a moment, and if you know someone who is in such need, you can also recite their names as well. Page 371. We pray for the healing of Rhoda Bennett, Harold H. Fink, Glory Weisberg, David Cherniak, Phyllis Feibelman, Dr. John Johnson, Mark and Hetty Blinderman, Elise Zeman, Jennifer and Amy Sundberg, Pam Fisher, Alice Glass, Elizabeth Kaiser, Sheila Ross, Larry Miller, Bruce Glover, Lisa Hafizi, Aline Moran, Elaine Berman, and Aaron LeMay. Is there anyone who you would like to recite now who is in need of spiritual or physical healing?
Roman Harry Chapman.
Thank you.
Erwin Beamer.
Judy and Henry Buckley.
Lou Klein and Joyce Delfino.
Anyone online? Get the Alenu and the yard site list and Kaddish, and then we'll have the presentation. We'll go with that. Okay, we'd like all the children to come up, especially my assistant Mayan, who will open the ark. Please rise for the Alenu.
Alleluia,
You all may be seated. This week we observed the yahrzeit, the anniversary of the deaths of Sylvia Rose, Milton F. Rubel, J. Melamuth, Jenny Spitzberg, Camille Bear, Edward Gandler, and Richard Tolpen. Is there anyone observing a yahrzeit or saying Kaddish for someone who they wish to remember at this time? Please rise for the mourner's Kaddish. We'll add to the Mishabeh list. Page 598, please join in the recitation of the Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabba v'yalma divrach ilutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon v'olechon uv'chayei v'chol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'vizman kariv imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach Leolam ule'almei almaya, Yitzrach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar, v'yitrolam v'yitnasei, v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yitala, shemei d'kudsha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushpachata v'nechemata, da'amiran v'yalma v'imru, amen. Yehei shlama rabamin shumaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'roma hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May God, who establishes peace unto the heavens, grant peace and comfort in the hearts of all who mourn, and let us say, amen. You may be seated. This is just a wonderful day for us, for our congregation, which is the conclusion of our second year functioning under our leadership of our religious school. We could not be more proud of our students and their families as their attendance has been wonderful. Their behavior has been 98% perfect, is what people say. The care and concern, we have really an outstanding faculty who really go over the top. Some of you may not know this, but a couple of weeks ago, to reinforce letters, the Hebrew letters and reading that's going on in our kindergarten and first grade class, Heidi bought Candyland. And then instead of the regular Candyland, cut out Hebrew letters and had cards and so forth that were, I think, all in Hebrew, and the kids had to identify the letter before moving and so forth. It's things like that, the extra time and care that goes into the planning of these lessons. And I can't tell you enough how much Maggie prepares. Well, all of you know, because you get emails constantly to come, and that really helps ensure the attendance, and your response has just been so affirming, and it shows in the classroom. We really don't, no student has had to come to me to be talked to as the rabbi. They've all been, of course, she wouldn't send them anyway because I'd give them ice cream and we'd talk in the office. So, yeah. But what goes on in the morning in terms of preparation, Maggie is preparing lesson plans, stops at the store to pick up snacks and things of that nature, just the little extra things. We are really so blessed. Maggie is really the educational director. I don't care what the board says. She really is. She really is the director of the program, and it's really under her leadership, I think, that the school has flourished the way it does. So I'd like to just all of us thank the kids. To Maggie and to Heidi for presentations. We have gifts and we have certificates as well.
Right. I, as Rabbi said, had the kindergarten and first grade class this year, which is so much fun. These kids are so excited when they come into my classroom on Sunday mornings, and they're eager. They can't wait to see what crazy thing Miss Heidi cooked up this week. We've played Hebrew Twister. We've played Hebrew Candyland. We have some new games coming next year, so I hope to see all of you guys back. But without further ado, is Ari back here? Yes, you are here. Let's start with Miss Ari, who was our preschooler. Do you want to come up and get your certificate? Come on, sweetie. No.
Well, I mean, she's got it now. A track record crashing at the Warner's cottage.
So there's your certificate and a special gift just for you. Look forward to having you.
Well, it was a special gift.
Okay. All right, and Miss Mayam. Here's yours. And Julianne.
Congratulations, Julianne.
Well done. And last but not least, Miss Eli. There you go. All right.
Next, Matthew.
Put mine up here because I can't reach down there. It has been an absolute pleasure to work with each of your students and each of the parents, and everyone is so supportive. You come to things, you bring the kids, and it's that kind of leadership on your end that helps them build their Jewish identity, and it's really a beautiful thing to see. I love how it flourishes. The one important thing that I wanted to accomplish this year with our class, and I think we got there, was to have a Torah timeline. I realized at the beginning of school that we weren't sure if Abraham came first or Moses, or we weren't sure on the timeline. So, yes, that's right, of course. We need to repeat my class, back to my class. That's right, that's right. So we were able to put the main stories of Genesis together so they really understand. And they understand how to look something up in the Bible and the Tanakh, which was great. They know if I say Genesis 4:25, they know how to do that. So it's pretty good, and that was a goal. And then toward the end, we studied the timeline. We brought the Hebrew in so that we were able to actually make a family tree of Abraham and Sarah and all of them in Hebrew, and that was important to me. So we're all still learning, but we're getting there, and it's an absolute pleasure to be your teacher. So I look forward to seeing everybody next year too. So Lauren, that is for you. And Rachel. Anna. You're so welcome. And Mayor. I'm going to have to be giving up Mayor soon because he's going to start his bar mitzvah training with Rabbi. But I get you a little bit longer over the summer. You just don't know about that yet. Okay, there's your certificate. Okay. Very good. Thank you.
And I have some presentations to make. First, I want to present one to Ivory Glassbrook. We've been studying privately for your bat mitzvah, as well as Heidi has been working with you throughout this year. Ivory is just sort of kind of in between classes, so she gets a special class all to herself. But next year, after your bat mitzvah, I hope you'll continue and join the confirmation program. But we'll see. Part of our confirmation program is to allow students to create their own curriculum. And I've never had a student, and I've been in this, I guess, for 30 years now since my ordination. never had a student say, I want to learn Hebrew. And that's what Connor did. He was already able to read Hebrew, which was amazing for his bar mitzvah, given where he started from. So we selected a text, a book that is actually used in Hebrew day schools, Jewish day schools where they study Hebrew for the morning and then do their secular studies in the afternoon. And he just did beautifully. We covered 2 very, very thick chapters that had grammar, had stories. We spoke a little bit Hebrew each session, and regardless of how tired he felt from other weekend activities, he was always there, and it's really been an honor to teach him. Connor? And with that, I think we should applaud the parents for just their diligence and all of their support. Thank you. With the go-along, after which everyone's invited into the social hall, where we'll have a Shabbat pizza dinner, as well as an ice cream bar.
Page 625, if you're looking at the words.
I can never memorize the lyrics to a go-along. Now this is the chorus goes pretty fast, so let's just focus for just a minute on the lyrics. Can everyone say Adon Olam? Asher Malach? B'terem Kol? Yitzir Nivra? V'yet Na'asa? V'chet Sokol? Azai Melech? Shemo Nikra? Adon Olam. Okay, this is an Israeli version. Adon Olam, Hashem Olam, B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra, V'yet Na'asa V'chet Sokol.
Thank you.
this on